Homeschooling design. Organize your house education. Homeschooling design, you're reading, so that means you homeschool. That is excellent. Homeschooling is great. We are enjoying it ourselves for some years, and we appreciate it. The considerable dilemma: we've all this great stuff, in which do I place it? How do I organize the papers and pencils and pens and people tiny bears? And don't even get me commenced around the guides, oh my, the textbooks. We have the things. Now I should know how to organize all of it. First, require a deep breath and know that you might be not alone, either in your homeschooling journey or in your quest to deal with the madness and learn the best way to organize. Homeschooling design ideas. My measures to firm, aka the best way to organize, are pretty straightforward. Think about, you might be putting a puzzle jointly. What do you do first? Effectively, initially you open the box, but I'm figuring we got past that portion. So what do you moment? Relying on the kind of individual you will be, you start by sorting the parts. The pieces using the straight edges go into a person pile, as well as the elements without the consecutive boundaries go again in the bottom of the field. So our first stage in studying the best way to organize is the way to organize. Step 1, sorting. Woohoo! Yeah, believe trumpets and fanfare, this can be thrilling. We know where to start out mastering how to organize. Homeschooling design. Getting started. After you happen to be accomplished sorting your pieces, we run on to Act 2. I understand, I realize, I didn't let you know tips on how to type or what to sort or the way to organize anything yet. That can come later in the post. Just hang in there. So what on earth is the subsequent factor that you do when developing a puzzle? Will we type it out, after which walk aside? Can we fit the many middle items, i.e., parts with the straight edge, together very first? No, initially we create a border for our parts. So stage 2 is homeschooling design. Best organization. The best way to organize. Phase 2, developing a border. Extra fanfare, appears of cheering. Our border is now done, but it is not complete. In case you still left the puzzle with only a limit, you never arrive at benefit from the beauty of it. Our identical goes for learning how to organize. Generating a border is excellent, but now you've got to implement it. How do you use a border? I'm glad that you just requested. Okay, I am so happy that I asked for it, but should you had been here, I guarantee you'd probably have asked. We use a puzzle border to offer us details about the puzzle. The border tells us how significant the ultimate merchandise is going to be. It facilitates us to find out the place the inside pieces must go, and it also lets us see a lightweight on the finish of your tunnel. I went from puzzles to trains, and quickly I will go. Homeschooling design. Some tips. So Action 3 of tips on how to organize is the best way to organize. Action 3 or more, filling inside the parts. This method tends to make feeling, when you might be thinking about a puzzle, following all, you might have this pile of non-straight edge parts just seated there and waiting. How does this do the job with organizing? Do you recall way back again in how to organize, Factor 1 particular, exactly where we have been sorting? All those are our missing pieces, so filling within the items implies that you are now putting stuff away. Sure, one more light at the end of your tunnel to ensure that's it. We have been performed proper. Immediately after all, we sorted the parts, we developed the border, we filled from the elements, our puzzle is complete. Appropriate? Wrong. Sorry, but there's one much more move before you might be organized. Homeschooling design summary. So then what is the last factor? Choose a minute and think about it. When you happen to complete that as a puzzle, what do you do? Do you abandon it where you constructed it? Should you consider all of it apart, so you may do it again a different time? Should you smear glue on it, so that will become a give good results of art for you personally, to hang within the wall? With the purposes of our analogy, i.e., comparing creating a puzzle with mastering tips on how to organize, we're moving to sure. No, we don't just go away it wherever it can be, that adds to the clutter.